Everything all good?
Well, no. Somebody walked by the house, John.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh,
All right.
that's what I wanted over here. Collections, campaign. I either need to get you into the campaign I have, or I need to join the campaign you created that you put your character in. One or the other, so I don't have to update your character, and just when you update your character, I see that.
Oh, that's funny.
You're currently level 2, correct?
That is correct.
And you currently just dodged a crossbow bolt.
I currently just dodged a crossbow bolt.
Alright, let me just find Ellie's. And I gotta make Ellie, I really do. There's a lot I gotta do here. I should just take some time today to make this game better. So life of Dungeon Master, you could always do more to make it a little bit better. But if you do too much, then you end up just wasting your time, because sometimes you don't see half the shit you prepare for.
Fair enough.
Take my
Alright.
Friday night group, for instance. They've skipped half of the dungeon they're in, basically, right now. But the thing is you never know what rooms they're going into, so it's... You gotta prep them all.
I suppose that makes sense.
Game rules. Where am I gonna find this? Sources. Source books.
So I tried pulling up the map like I had last week, and it just is not cooperating.
Do you want me to send you...
No, I mean, I have the maps. It's just not...
Okay. Basic rules? Is it in the basic rules? Tools. Character builder. Nope. I want to check this. I'm going to do a quick search here.
What are you looking for?
The sidekick stats.
Huh.
Which... Sidekick level... Sidekick... All right. So you were standing. You came around the corner. Do you have the map up?
I'm missing you. So somehow.
Oh, here.
Yeah, I have the map up.
Do you remember where you were standing?
Yes.
Yes. So you came around that corner and were able to get out of the way of a crossbow bolt that hit the wall behind you with a thwack, and like a spring door stopper. And you hear this, it works. And you see at the end of, well, not at the end of the hall, this hallway leads forward into a room where there's a contraption sitting on the floor. And from the ground, you're looking at it, and there are crossbows, like heavy crossbows, all attached together to a chair configuration that sits in the middle that has a small elderly gnome with wild white hair, kind of balding in the middle, but out to the very dark brown style white hair, and this big puffy white goatee. And he's in there in a white coat, and he's just spinning around and shooting these crossbows at things. And you notice as you watch it, as he's spinning around, it seems as he turns from one, there's some mechanism on the chair that when he turns his back to a crossbow, it reloads it. The chair, somehow, the mechanism will reload the crossbow while his back is to it, and he's firing a different crossbow. So he's swiveling, and you hear this click, 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 chunk, and he shoots another crossbow bolt. And he's just swiveling, and he's got his back to you right now. And you see this thing being reloaded. And it's dawning on you that he's going to turn 2 more times, and then he's going to shoot again. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna. Well, I already pushed Ellie back behind the like I pushed her down, right?
Yep, you pushed her back that hallway.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump back behind that corner and yell at him. Hey, we're incoming.
You hear click, 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 thunk, click, 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 thunk. The bolt hits the wall in front of you again, and now you notice that there's like 4 or 5 of them there. Not all of them stuck in the wall, but there's some laying on the floor. You understand now. He doesn't seem to have heard you, but based on what you saw before, you know you have a little bit of time to get down the hallway into that room if you would like to try. Or there are other entrances to Gnomegard if you want
to. If I want to bypass. So that's where I am there. I'm going to tell Ellie to stay where she is, and I'm going to, because how high off the ground are the bolts?
Probably right about chest level.
And they're going straight down the middle of the hallway? Like if I put my back to the wall and edge, I'm not going to get hit.
Yeah, I can't guarantee that. You do have approximately, like as you're listening to this, you understand you probably have about a good 15 seconds. So if a round is 6 seconds and your movement in a round is 30 feet, each one of those squares representing 5 feet, if you time it right, you could get down into the room and be avoiding him as he's going around in a circle and try and call to him, if that's what you want to do. Otherwise, you can move 15 feet and duck in that other alcove by where you guys came in.
So I'm going to wait for the next bolt to get shot, and then I'm going to rush at, or no, I'm going to go into that other hallway and then wait for another bolt to be shot and then rush at him.
Okay. So the next bolt comes around, thunk, and that one kind of hits the wall and just kind of scatters. It doesn't stick. Lands on the ground. You go that time with relative ease to get down to the next hallway. He's sitting in his chair laughing as this is, like, he seems to be enjoying himself. Like, maybe that... I'll roll an insight check.
Ooh. 2 plus 2 is 4.
You think this guy's nuts. He's in this chair just going around in circles. You think this gnome is just off his rocker. He seems to be having a really good time, though. No difficulty to get down into that next alcove. When the next bolt comes, it goes whizzing by and hits the wall. Make a perception check as you move into the room.
The dice are not going to be happy with me today. 2 plus 4.
Okay, so you get down into the room and you see him sitting in this chair. And are you gonna move? Or are you gonna try and approach him? Or are you gonna? Let me do this. Oh, he sees you as you come in this room. As you come into the room, he notices you, and he takes his hand. He's got levers in front of him. He pulls on one of the levers, and the machine does respond and slows down and eventually stops. Barely. He shoots 2 more bolts into walls as you're sitting there. And when you get in there, you see there are piles of bolts. Actually, not piles, a pile of bolts on the east wall. Like he had been trying to get it to start shooting repeatedly from there and was not having much success. Hello?
Hi. I'm Aronan. I'm Aronan.
You're a tall one.
Yeah, I sure am. So what's going on, man?
What are you doing here?
We came looking for the people who live here. We had some questions.
I live here.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but you should probably talk. You should probably talk to not me, not me, not me. No, no, I got my work. Um, um. Oh,
I'm gonna motion for
yeah.
Ellie to come out.
You need to, and you go to motion for her, and she comes out of the second hallway. Like she moved when you moved. You didn't realize it though. So she comes out of that second hallway, and he's going. I need to get back to my work, but Fiddlestib and Devilbob in their workshop. They know what's going on. So please I will give you time to clear out before I start the machine again. But it's working. He seems very happy and very wanting to get back to what he was doing.
All right, so this guy is off his rocker.
He jumps down out of the thing with a flourish and lands and goes running up the hallway, and you see him start grabbing all the crossbow bolts off the wall.
So I'm gonna ask him what he's doing. Like what's he working on?
He comes running back with an armful of crossbow bolts, and he opens this wooden crate thing on the contraption and opens it up, and you can see in there is just piles of neatly organized crossbow bolts that seem to be fed onto a conveyor or something. And he's just neatly lining up all these crossbow bolts, and he grabs one and he looks at the end of it, and it's kind of bending, and he throws that one away, and he defenses, my boy, defenses. And he runs out, he gets all those ones, and he turns and he runs over to the big pile in the corner and starts grabbing a huge armload of those and walking over and loading them in, and again and throwing the bad crossbow bolts nowhere in particular, just over his shoulder, but he's loading this thing up nice and neatly again, and he closes the lid and he goes, defenses, my boy, defenses. Go see Fiddlestib and Dabblebaum. They'll talk to you. And he climbs up in his thing, goes, and he puts his hand on the lever to start it, and then just looks at you expectantly. Go!
So was he pointing to the room past where?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He just wants you out of his work area because he wants to start shooting his.
Sorry to bother you, sir. We're gonna just continue.
Okay.
I grab Ellie, and we run because I don't know how long he's gonna.
The second you grab Ellie's hand, he pulls the lever. The two of you go running out of the room as two crossbow bolts come flying down the hallway, ricochet off the wall, and scatter at your feet. You come running around the corner, and there's as you head south there's a stairway, a natural form stairway down leading to a mouth in the lake that you saw. There is a hallway to your left that seems to turn to the left as well. And those are the two ways out of where you're at.
All right. Yeah, we're not going to go out. We're going to go take a left.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to take a left. This hallway, as you turn to the left, leads down to a large open room. But there's a hallway off to the right that leads to a smaller room as well. I really don't need this. Are you going to go to the right, or are you going to go forward and explore a larger open room?
We're going to go into the large open room.
Okay, as you walk into this room, it kind of opens up, the ceiling gets a little higher. There are 12, and you count them, large barrels, like 40-gallon wooden barrels in these wide alcoves that are braced by wooden stands that lay on their side.
Is there any markings on them? Is there anything, like, are they familiar?
As you're looking at them, you notice that a couple of them are well, are you going left first? Which ones are you looking at?
So
things about these.
So they're around the room. Are they
They're
stacked
around the
against
room
the
in
wall?
groups of 4, just like
Okay.
that on the map.
I'm gonna go look from left to right around the room.
Left to right around the room. The first 2 you come across are empty. The next 2 they're tapped, and they seem to have something in them, but they don't seem to be full. There's a little like wooden tray below with a dark liquid in it. It smells fermented.
Ellie, go check it out. I'm kidding. I'll
Um,
go. No, you stay
well,
here, Ellie. I'm gonna go check it out.
well, I could go look at. I mean, I'll come with you. I mean,
Well,
I don't think anything in here is going to harm us. These gnomes seem very friendly.
you haven't had a lot of luck on this trip, so I would prefer it if we were a little more cautious. But do what you want.
Oh, I will stay with you. I will watch your back.
All right. So I'm gonna go check out the barrels and the liquid.
Okay. What do you do to check out the liquid?
I'm gonna take a whiff.
Smelling it, it smells fermented. It almost smells like a pungent wine, some kind, or alcohol.
I'm gonna ask Ellie. Do I? Do I know it's alcohol? Is this something that would be familiar to me?
I don't know, how much alcohol have you had in your lifetime, Aronan?
That is a loaded question.
Aronan, how much alcohol have you had in your lifetime? Not
Uh,
Norm. I know how much alcohol Norm's had in his lifetime.
Yeah, I'd say he's a fair drinker.
All right, then yes, you would realize that this is some form of wine.
Okay.
You don't know what it's made from exactly, but it is a wine.
All right. I'm gonna move on to the next barrels then. Are they all the same?
These ones are full. As you go to not the first one there, but as you go to inspect the next one, you put your hand on it and you notice the barrel's really sticky when you go to put your hand on it
Okay.
as you're inspecting it. And then as you go to pull your hand away, your hand doesn't want to move away from it. And you go to pull your hand away, and the front end of the barrel opens up into a wide, toothy maw, and it tries to bite you. I need you to roll initiative.
Oh shit. I don't like this. Jesus Christ. 2 plus.
2. Oh, jeez.
What the hell?
Let's see.
Plus 3 is 5.
2 plus. Oh God, this is not going to go well for you
Great.
guys.
Trying to kill us again.
Yeah, it seems that way. You had a 5,
I did.
so it's it. Then you, then Ellie. Because yes, Ellie rolled worse than you.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta make sure I got her hit points right, just so I don't kill you guys. Okay, yeah, that's right. So, and it is going to. I need to hang on 1 second. Pull up the stats for it. So it goes to actually bite you, and it is going to 21 to hit. I know that hits.
It does.
Um,
I have 14 armor. Or 14, yeah, armor class.
You take 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's no fun.
Plus 2 points of acid damage. As the whatever it is, saliva or whatever, as the teeth pierce your skin, there's a burning sensation in the wound that it had created. It is your turn.
And I'm stuck. My left hand is stuck to it, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, I'm gonna gonna pull out my. Do I want to do this?
You are technically grappled by it because you are adhered to it. So in order to, what grappled mean is your speed is 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to your speed.
Okay.
The grappled condition will end if you become incapacitated, i.e., knocked out from loss of hit points. It also ends if an effect removes the creature that you are grappled with from the range of you. Like, so if you used like Thunder Wave and it pushed the creature 10 feet back, that would break the grappled condition. You can get out of the grappled condition by using a contested strength roll. But until you break the grappled condition, you cannot move away from this creature. So.
Okay, so would the strength roll be my turn then?
It would be your action. You'd need to use an action to break that. So if you want to stay and fight it, you can stay and fight it one-handed. That's fine. If you want to try and get away from it, you're going to need to use an action to break the grapple first.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna pull my hand away. I can't stand another round if it has 60 points of health like the last freaking thing that you did. Son of a bitch.
Right. What's in the adventure?
Oh, well. All right, so 20-sided?
Yeah, roll a d20, add your strength modifier to it.
Fuck you. Strength. Of course, my strength is a -1, and I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3?
So I had a 2. So
2. So you're plenty stuck to it. And you don't have a movement. Do you have anything to do as a bonus action?
That's what I'm looking for.
Do you have disengage? I mean, not that you can use it right now because you're stuck to the thing, but that would be, I forget what it's called. Cunning action.
Yeah.
As a rogue, you have cunning action. I think you get it at level 2 to disengage, which allows you to get away without but as a bonus action.
So I can disengage?
You can't because you're stuck to
I'm
it.
stuck. Okay, that's
your
right.
movement is 0. Had you been able to break that, you could have disengaged with a bonus action, got away without getting swung at. So
well, with my bonus action, I'm going to try and pull again.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow it because your movement and your bonus action. I'll give you another opportunity to go. This will be the end of your turn, though.
All right. 15 minus 1 is 14.
Okay. Yes, you are able to get your hand away. You make 2 attempts to try and pull your hand away. You pull and you missed, and you pull again, and your hand comes free. Elli is going to. Oh, what is she going to do? She has. What would you like her to do? She has a Sacred Flame spell. She can cure wounds, or she could cast guidance on you.
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Or she has bless. Okay, you want her to cast cure wounds on you. Okay, she will cast cure wounds on you. Then so cure wounds. Oh crap, I forget. Cure wounds is 1d8 plus her spellcasting modifier, I think.
Hey John, you want to move your microphone away from your mouth a little bit? You seem kind of hot.
Okay. Well, I know I'm hot. Is that better?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of control over this mic, so.
No.
Okay. Oh,
hold that thought for 1 second.
Yep, you do that. I'm gonna look this up. So, this is the problem. I have too many windows open. Oh, I could have put it in here. Let's put it in here. This is better. I have 3 different devices going here with trying to control everything. Let's see if I got that. So I got the mimic stats here. I got Ellie stats here. I got combat here. I got the map up here, the chat's here, and this window should be where I should be looking stuff up, honestly. Which I did. So Ellie is going to be able to 1d8 plus 2. Slow. So it's plus 2. All right. So Norman's back here. Ellie's going to cast Cure Wounds on you, so it's a 1d8 plus 2 if you want to roll that.
7 plus 2 is 9.
So you get healed for 9 hit points, but there's something interesting that happens when you do this. And I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get back to this page. I got too many charts I need. When she casts this, the the air kind of shimmers and shines in a way you'd have not seen when she's cast a spell for you before. I need you to roll a d20.
10.
10. As she casts this spell and this magic kind of seems to feed back off her hands, you get your healing the way it normally does. But the energy that comes out of her hands towards you feedbacks and seems to travel over her skin and back over her, and her skin turns blue. Like, she's blue now. Like Smurf blue. And she looks at her hands for a second and is like, What's that mean? God, I hope that's not permanent. And as you're kind of looking and stunned at about what just happened, this thing swings at you. For a 13.
Armor class 14.
So that misses. As it tries to swing this purplish looking tongue out of this mouth at you. It is your go.
Yeah. I'm gonna disengage. I'm gonna jump back.
Okay. So you use your bonus action to disengage. How far back are you moving from it?
To the mouth of the...
To the mouth of the 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you could get right about the mouth of there.
Yep.
You're about 30 feet away from it.
Yeah.
What would you like to do then? You have an action. Do you want to pull out your bow as you're moving?
Well, if it's a barrel and it's in its spot... Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my bow and arrow. I'm gonna shoot at it.
Okay.
I'm questioning as to whether or not I even have to fight this thing because, like, is it gonna jump out at me? Yeah, I might as well shoot an arrow at it.
Okay. 7 to hit. Misses. Plus?
7. Nope.
7 plus what? Plus what?
My rapier is 5, right?
You don't want your rapier. You're shooting your bow.
Or my arrow, I mean.
I have to pull you up.
Short bow is 5.
So 12?
Yep.
Hit. Just hits it. Roll damage.
8, right? 8 dice.
What does your short bow say on your actions?
Oh, Jesus. You would think I'd never done this before.
We'll get there. Your short bow is D6 plus 3.
2 plus 3 is 5.
5 points of damage, too. as the arrow sticks in it. And the arrow hits it on the face of it above where the mouth opened up, and you see these eyes kind of open and blink and look a little woozy as the thing actually kind of gets up on these two wooden things and kind of you realize it's mobile.
Great.
Ellie kind of looks at you and it's attack.
How close is she? She's right there next to it, isn't she?
She's 10 feet away from it, probably. Close enough to cast Cure Wounds. Yeah, she's 10 feet away from it. So you were between her and it, and she could move away without being attacked.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have her move over by me.
Over by you, and then Firebolt, I assume? Or
Yeah.
not Firebolt, Sacred Flame?
Yes.
Okay. I really just need to pull all this crap up. I will get Ellie's character sheet put together here soon. Keep saying that every week. So she will make a. Oh no, it needs to make a dex save throw. What is its dexterity? Its dexterity is so that's 10 against her save, which is 12, I believe. Spell save DC 12. Yep. So it fails its save, so roll a d8 for her damage.
She got an 8.
Ooh, excellent, excellent. As the flame hits it right about the same spot where your arrow hit, right between the eyes, the flame hits it and it screeches. It sees the two of you and it runs about, well, not, runs is a relative term. It's on these legs and it kind of waddles forward about 15 feet and lashes its tongue out in your direction, but it's nowhere near being able to hit you. It has moved 15 feet forward, so you guys are still 15 feet away from it as it is chasing you. Aronan, it is your go.
And is it on fire because it's wood? Fingers crossed.
It's radiant damage, not fire damage.
Oh, well. Bah humbug to you.
Roll a d20. Need to leave this chart up.
3.
Oh wait, never mind. Nope, that doesn't happen there. You see the odd like colored feedback off of her spell, but it doesn't do anything. That's right. It's only spell slots of 1 or higher that it does it on. So it moves forward. It is your go, Aronan.
All right, I'm going to. I'm gonna use my short bow again.
Okay. You load another arrow. Cock another arrow.
17
Absolutely hits it.
plus 5, yeah. And damage. No, of course it's cockeyed. Rusted against the other dice, of course.
Oh yeah, that happens.
2 plus 3 is 5.
5 points damage. Say another arrow hits it. It does not like being a pincushion. Ellie takes cue from you and just lines up another sacred flame. If you want to, it needs a dex save. It failed. Yes, it failed. So D8 damage for her sacred flame.
D8. 1.
1. All right. Back to she actually, after she casts her sacred flame, She backs away another 15 feet down that hallway. This thing is going to waddle towards you, the 15 feet between you and it, and make an attack on you.
Okay.
14 just hits you as this tongue comes out and slaps at you. You take 2 and 3, 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled to it again. This tongue is stuck to your side,
Of course it is.
so you can no longer move away from it until you break the grappled condition.
All right. I am going to pull out my rapier.
Okay.
And hack off its tongue.
Try and hack off its tongue.
Sure.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
10 plus 5, 15.
15. You swing at its tongue. You actually miss its tongue, but you do connect with the creature. Just go ahead and roll your damage.
6
6 damage to it.
plus.
Oh yeah, plus your
Plus 3 is.
9.
Oh, you know what? I need to roll a d8.
Oh, that would be a good idea. You weren't using a D8?
Oh, Jesus. I should have stuck with the d6. 1 plus 3 is 4.
4. Sometimes it's better to not saying it's right, but you know. Thank you for being honest. Ellie, from her position, is going to wondering if she can. She doesn't have anything that would push it away. Nope. So she's going to firebolt it again. Fair?
Yeah, that's probably a wise choice.
This time it fails. I need a dex save from you at disadvantage too.
For me?
Yeah, for you, because you're grappled with it currently. I'm being a little mean.
But shouldn't I roll for Ellie's damage?
Yeah, after we know whether or not you get hit by it as well.
Oh, Jesus. Nice. I did. 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll Ellie's damage.
Wait, did I need to add dexterity to my roll?
Yes,
So
yeah, your dexterity.
That would have been 8. Then.
8? Okay. Still fails.
Mm-hmm.
Roll Ellie's damage.
7.
7. Okay, so you take 3 of that, and then Mimic will take 4 of it. You hear her mutter something under her breath that actually catches you by surprise. Like, she, cursed. Back to it. It is going to try and bite you now. And it has... Oh, no. It doesn't. I thought it had advantage if it had you grappled. Huge or smaller creature is also grappled by the ability checks made to escape the grapple. Oh yeah, the Mimic has advantage on attack rolls against a creature grappled by it. So it is able to bite you with a 20?
Yes.
Yep.
That is a solid yes.
So you take 5 piercing damage.
Oh, crap.
And 2 acid damage. as its saliva burns your.
And I am death saving.
You are death saving.
Ooh.
Sorry about that. I should have muted that. Damn it. When you fall unconscious, you fall to the ground. It lets you fall to the ground and turns its focus on Elli. It moves 15 feet towards her. Your death saving throw. Your first death saving throw.
20.
20. You save.
No, I mean it's a D20.
Yeah,
right?
D20.
Okay.
Beat a 10.
3.
That's not beating a 10. So that's a failure. All right, Elli, seeing you on the ground, seeing it coming towards her, I'm going to make an insight check. See if she realizes. Yes, as she's watching it waddle towards her, she thinks it is incredibly hurt. She thinks she can finish it off. So she's going to Sacred Flame it again. So
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a D8.
3.
Yep, and it fails, so it takes 3 points of damage. And it actually slows down as it's coming towards her. She backs away another.
She's got to be running out of room pretty quick here.
Yeah, she's at the back end of the hallway. You're at the front end of that hallway, and the thing is between the two of you right now. And go back to it. It moves towards her. It cannot get in range. It's going to swing its tongue towards her, but it's not going to be able to connect to her. I need a death saving throw from you.
17.
17, that's a success. One of each. Back to Elli. You go give it one more try.
Yep.
She's trying to just stay out of the range of it, so she's going to keep Sacred Flaming to hit it. It does not save well. It is not saving. Go ahead and roll a D8 for the damage.
2.
2. The Sacred Flame hits it, and it right in the mouth, open mouth of it, and the light from the inside just kind of seems to seep out the eyes and mouth of it and the seams of this barrel, and it slumps forward on the floor. She runs instantly towards you, jumps this creature, slides in next to you, puts both of her hands on you, and casts Cure Wounds for her second time. And she's out of spell slots, but I need a D20 rolled by you because the magic of this place may mess with her again.
Oh, it really messed with her. 1.
A 1?
Yep.
There is a little bit of feedback, but nothing happens. So, no, 20 is the one where it really messes with her because I get to choose something then. Oh. But go ahead and roll the 1d8 plus 2 for your hit points that you get back.
3 plus 2 is 5.
So you get 5 hit points back and you are stable and alive. She looks at you and smiles and says, "We need to quit making a habit of this."
Yeah, we do.
She offers a handout to help you up off the ground. Have you ever fought one of those before?
I've never seen one of those before.
I've heard of them. I've never fought one before. I assume it's a mimic, a shape changer. And as you turn and look at it, it no longer looks like a barrel in the hall. It just kind of looks like a pile of gray ooze. You ever see that really ugly pile, that puddle fish thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it looks kind of like that sitting in the hallway.
Just a goopy mess of garbage.
Yes. Roll an insight check.
16.
You get the sense that this might be what these gnomes are afraid of. If there is something that's been running around these caves and changing shape and taking the shape of different things and attacking gnomes,
Interesting.
she looks at her hands as she's looking at you. She says, "Is this on my face and everything?" And it is.
So I'm gonna say, listen up, Smurfette. No time to worry about that now.
Seriously, I hope this is not permanent.
If it's permanent, we'll find a way to dye you back. Can't be that hard.
You don't know much about magic, do you?
Not a damn thing.
It's apparent. Well,
I'm gonna poke around the other barrels just to see if.
bunch of full barrels of wine. Are you looking for another fight, Aaron? I don't know if I'd recommend that. You only have 5 hit points, and she's out of spell slots.
No.
Okay. She goes over to the creature and she's kind of looking at it, and she doesn't know. Like, as you come walking up, she's like, we should tell someone. I'd like to take it with us to prove that it was us that did this.
Is there anything left of it? I thought it was just a bunch of ooze.
Well, it's an oozy, like, if you poke at it, there's like structure to it underneath, but it's not like rigid structure like joints.
Okay.
It has like bones within it, but you can tell that there's muscle that actually contorts it. It's very strange. It's like loose bones inside a sack of a bunch of muscles.
All right, so I'm gonna take a trophy off of it or something that I can use as proof.
Okay. You cut away a hunk of it, and it's a hunk of gray flesh, almost like a foot pad, you would guess, to the best of your knowledge. So you take that with you. You put that in your sack, which
my satchel.
So you're headed down the hallway then?
Yeah, we're gonna continue to head down that hallway.
Okay. So as you head down to this next area, you head down, this opens up, there's a cliff face in front of you that leads to it's like a 10-foot elevation to a little chamber overlooking this room. You see a hallway off to the left, and there are 2 gnomes standing on that ledge. One of them calls out, a female gnome voice calls out, do you speak Gnomish?
I do not think so. I think I had picked
Dwarven, I thought, or something.
No, it was orc.
Orc? Okay. I could actually look at this too. Elvish Goblin. Common Elvish Goblin and Thieves' Cant is what you.
Right. Is it under description, or where is it?
It's under your ability, saves, senses, proficiencies, languages.
There we go. Languages.
Yep. That's at the bottom. Side. Bottom and the left.
Yeah, I was looking at that giant box with actions, equipment, features.
Oh yeah. So she yells out in a unknown language to you. And then the other one, the male, yells, "Who goes there?" In common, you understand what he's saying.
All right. I'm Aronan, and this is Ellie. I think we just took care of your problem. I think we just saved your Gnomegard from a mimic.
Prove you're not the mimic, he says.
So I'm gonna hold up the gelatinous goo and say, "This is what's left. The rest of his body is behind us."
I need you to make a persuasion check. You can have it at advantage as well. So D20 twice, take the higher roll, and then add your charisma persuasion skill to it. Should be plus
16.
3. 16? Okay, yes, yep. Okay. I stay there. I'll be right down. And you hear coming from the hallway to the left this ching 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 as this little gnome in this set of armor comes running down the stairs with a spear. My name is Pog. You killed the shape changer?
Yes, we did.
Where is it? You have what is that? That's gross.
It is gross, and the rest of him is gross too. The rest of him looks just like this.
Where is it? Where is it?
I'm gonna
Want to make sure it's dead.
I'm gonna take him over to the.
Okay, so he kind of, as he's approaching it, he sees it and he's like, "Oh, ooh," and he takes his spear and he like pokes at it a couple times, cutting into the flesh of it. Yeah. Yep. Definitely dead. Definitely dead. Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. I will take you to see I will take you to see the no I'll take you to see Fiddlestib, and maybe Devil Bob. They're working together. What? Follow me. He kind of walks away.
All right, we're gonna follow.
He walks into that main room again and looks up on the ledge and says, "Ula, Ula, I'm going to take them to. They killed the shape changer is down the hall. There, back there. He's gross. Go watch it so it doesn't move. But I think it's dead. So, I'm taking them to see Fiddle, Stib, and Devil Bob. They killed it. They have a trophy. Yes. So we may be safe." And she looks at him and goes, "I'll go watch it. I don't know if we're safe though. So you be careful." She comes down and wanders off the hallway. She's kind of like side eyeing the two of you as she does. All right, follow me. And he goes walking down that staircase out into the main area where the bridge was that you saw over the waterfall, or the waterfall falling down right next to that bridge. And he gets on the bridge and he walks across it like, hey, just kind of goes normally, just right over it.
Is it like a rope bridge or is it like a?
Yep, it's like a rope bridge with wooden planks in it.
Okay.
It's sturdy enough. You being Elvin and
Ellie being
being a lightweight female human.
She didn't gain weight by turning blue, did she?
No. And her skin is still blue, and she seems mildly concerned about this the whole time, like she's thinking about how to get rid of this. As you get across the bridge, and she kind of grabs your hand for a second. She said, "They don't want to take us to the king?" The king? That's weird. Like he was gonna say king, and then he didn't say king.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm just gonna let it play out. I'm wondering if the king is sick or hurt. Or maybe they're protecting him from, from us.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just gonna play along with it for a while and see what happens.
Yeah, keep a wary eye open. As you walk up the steps, there are what basically look like large turnstiles of very, very sharp blades. And you see him pull out a little device, and he hits a button on this device, and you see this little glowy hand kind of jump up out of it and just kind of go bobbing through the blades over to the other side, and it goes around the corner, and you hear a click, and the blades stop.
Like Thing? Like the Addams Family Thing?
Except ethereal, and it kind of floats in the air. Exactly like Thing, but it's like a blue glowy ghost. Like think about Jedi ghosts,
Okay.
but it looks like Thing, and it floats through the air.
Thing Force Ghost?
Exactly. A Thing Force ghost. It goes over and it goes around the corner. You see it disappear on the corner, but then there's a sudden click, and the spinning blades stop. These things are spinning on their own, looking basically like to chop anything that would come through. So he says, "Come, follow me," and he walks in to navigate it. As you get to the other side of the spinning blades, once you and Ellie are both clear, he grabs a lever on the wall and throws it upward, and the blade starts spinning again.
That's a hell of a defense system you got there.
Yes. That keeps unwanteds out. So, be glad you're with me.
We appreciate you taking us.
Okay. He brings you up down the hall there, and it curves off to the left and up a flight of stairs. And it opens into a large workshop area. There is a male gnome and a female gnome running around. They have this giant, one of them has this giant gun, basically. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He's jabbing all this stuff in, trying to get it to work, and it's pointed at a chair that's got like belts that you'd strap someone in to hold them into the chair, and a thing to hold the head still, almost like Clockwork Orange
I
style.
was gonna say like an electric chair kind of.
Yeah, kind of like if you were strapped in, you'd have a hard time getting out or even moving.
Yeah.
And this large gun-like contraption seems to be pointed at the part that would hold your head. The other one is over at this massive, for lack of a better term, sewing machine, fastening buckles to this large canvas piece of cloth, and is just working. Both of them are working furiously on both of these things. They don't seem to notice you.
I'm gonna wait for the
Yep.
for the gnome to do his thing.
His name's Pog. I gotta write that down. It's Pog. Kind of walks up and walks over to the one and the male who's working on the gun, and fiddle step, and he's just going to them. Yeah. What do you want? I need to get this sanity ray working. But we have friends. And he sits up straight for a moment and turns and friends. Yes. They took care of the shape changer. Really? And he kind of turns and he looks to see you guys. Hello. I am Fiddlestib. My associate here says you took care of the shape changer.
Yeah. We kind of got lost in one of your rooms and it attacked us.
Ooh, you're still alive.
Yes, we are.
That is good. That is better than the gnomes have done. We used to be 22. Now we are 20.
Well,
We have lost 2 to the shape changer.
I have confidence that after walking past your giant bolt gun, that you'll be able to take care of yourself from here on out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we let him build over there. He's isolated that way. He doesn't hurt anybody. He tends to get lost in the excitement when the invention starts working.
Yeah, I noticed.
He loses focus of the world for a while. Have you ever dealt with anyone that's been crazy? Like, not all there?
I've talked to a few in my time.
Like, have you been able to get them back to being all there? Maybe?
Unfortunately, I usually leave them be. If he's not hurting you or anybody else, I think he's fine.
Oh, you sound like you agree with her. And he puts his thumb over the shoulder to the female gnome, who is fiercely putting buckles on this piece of canvas. All right. Well, you go talk to her then. I'm going to try and get this working. And he goes back to digging, attaching stuff and fiddling with this gun that you see in front of you.
All right, so I'm going to go over and introduce myself. I'm Aronan, and this is Elli.
Huh? And she turns and looks up. It's like Maz Kanata, like fucking
Giant goggles.
Giant goggles. Oh, and she puts them up. Hello. Can I help you?
Yeah, we took care of that mimic for you guys. We just made sure your Gnomegard was safe.
Oh, the shape changer.
Yeah. He's not going to bother you anymore.
Well, that is definitely good. Can you help us with another issue?
It depends. What's going on?
Have you ever helped someone that hasn't been all there? like gotten them to come back to all there, or gotten them to a place where maybe they don't hurt people or make bad decisions? And she, as you kind of look and stutter, she goes, this is a straight jacket. It keeps the person straight so they can't move their arms or their legs, so they cannot hurt anybody. What do you think?
I think it's a bit big, unless the person that you're looking to throw in there is big.
Well, no, it wraps around them several times. See, if I do this and this, and she walks over to Elli and goes to put Ellie's arms in it. And Elli kind of looks at you with really, you're going to let her do this? And then she doesn't fight at all. And this gnome proceeds to put Elli in this straight jacket. And then you take this over here and you go like this.
Okay, yep, I think we got it. Yep, I know what you're doing. Yep, we got it.
Okay. But look, I only have this one buckled. Can you move at all? And Ellie's like, no. It'll work well if your concern is not allowing them to move. Heck, this would even keep me from casting some spells.
Yeah, maybe it'll keep you from turning yourself blue again.
She gets real quiet at that moment. The Devil Bob, as she's undoing the jacket, and said, "Oh, the blue's nothing. That will go away in like an hour. Whenever you cast your spell, that's just our magic in the cave. It just does that. I don't know why, but it's weird. It does. You're lucky. It only turns your skin blue. It does much worse things than that." And she goes,
See, I told you it'd be fine.
And she kind of sighs a little bit with relief, understanding that, oh, okay, this will be all right. There is, as the two of them are kind of working, and they ask for your help. Um, they are looking. They are willing to offer you gnome-made magic items, and for helping out with their friend who is not entirely there, that they keep referring to.
Okay.
To make an insight check.
6 plus 2 is 8.
6 plus 2 is 8. Yeah, as they go on to describe it, you get the feeling that they're embarrassed by who they're referring to, but you don't get anything about who it is. Like, they both seem like they're embarrassed to mention this person's name or relation to them, or they're hiding something about it. But they want your help.
My brain is a working. I'm gonna talk to Ellie real quick. I'm gonna say I think we should do this. We could really use some gear, and we still haven't found what we're looking for yet.
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta go look at this.
Side note, refresh my memory. We're looking for a magical item, right? We're looking for.
Yep, you're looking to bring a magical. He's looking for a magical item from here.
But we don't know exactly what it is, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Once you're done with that, I want to do something else too.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So they are, as you have the conversation, they said, well, maybe if we go talk to him and show him that the shape changer is gone, that might do something.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
That may help a lot. So what was it that you had wanted to do?
While I'm talking to Ellie, I'm gonna look around the shop to see if there's anything that would be of interest to us, or anything that would be maybe the magical item we're looking for.
The workshop is cluttered with like half-completed gnomish inventions. There's several work tables with tinker's tools. There's a 10-foot high ledge that overlooks the room. There's a wooden pedestal on it. You notice on the pedestal there is a leather-bound book.
But I'd have to climb up there, right?
You'd have to climb up there to see it. There is a staircase leading away to the west. You don't see anything that looks like a completed project, though, on any of the tables. As they're talking with you, one of them says, just for example of something we may be able to reward you with, should you be able to help our friend, is this. And he pulls out, it's a foot-long wooden dowel that is probably about a 2-inch diameter on the end. And he says, this is what we're talking about when we talk about gnomish inventions that would help. and he says, "Extendo!" And the thing suddenly shoots out to a 10-foot long pole. Make a dex saving throw. As he kind of pointed it at you.
1 + 5 is 60 or 6.
6.
Yeah.
You take a point of bludgeoning damage as the end of this pole hits you in the forehead as it extends. Oh goodness! Oh, I'm sorry, but this retracto, and the pole comes back down to 1 foot, and he said, "This is the type of gnomish ingenuity we are talking about rewarding you with." And he kind of puts it back in his bag. Sorry about the forehead. You're bleeding a little. And they take. So you agree to go with them to?
Yeah, we're gonna go try to talk some sense into him.
Okay. They bring you up the stairs into G14. Oh, G14, you don't have the map numbers. They bring you up the stairs to the left there, straight to where the double doors are that open to that room that looks like there's an altar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an altar. When those double doors open up and swing open, you see that is 2 thrones. This is a throne room for all intents and purposes. You would assume is the throne room of this kingdom.
Yeah.
And Dabblebaum goes walking up and around the thrones to the back and hits a couple of rocks on the wall. And then one of them just swings in, revealing a long hallway and into another room at the end of it. And you get into that other room and you see a male gnome sitting on a bed, his head in his hands. It looks like he's been crying and kind of emotional. In a chair nearby that is bolted to the ground is another male gnome, but similar age, wrapped in a cape, and seems to be, for all intents and purposes, glued to the chair with some sort of sticky glue type thing, and his eyes are wide and he's struggling against this cape. And that is where we'll stop for this week.
Wow. That's not the person I thought I was going to be going to help. I assumed they were talking about the guy doing the crossbows, doing the ka-chunks. I assumed that he was going to be the king, that he just lost his mind. And
it's amazing how that works.
They did give him a name, though, so I guess I overlooked that. But
yeah. Fun stuff. Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
I think I gotta look at it, but I think. Well, no, we'll get into that because I don't know if I want to give you a long rest here. I don't want to give you a long rest here because you don't have. But I'm trying to think, where are you level? I may have to.
In the meantime.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'll look into that and figure out how we're gonna level and when we're gonna level you.
All right, sounds good. Yeah. In the meantime, you can watch us here on Twitch. We have our Twitter account, 2nerds1quest, and I set up a YouTube channel in case you don't have Twitch or don't want to do this. I'm working on setting up the podcast, so that should be coming out as soon as I get the audio levels to where they need to be. Yeah, so there's going to be more places to get this soon.
So 5 sessions we've had, and 3 of them we've had death saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Jesus. You know, does everybody else in your other groups have this issue?
No. Like on Friday night, I killed the cleric outright. like didn't even have death saving throws. I did enough damage to her in one hit to kill her outright. So that's fun. That's
I'm sure she thought it was great.
oh, she's wondering what she's gonna do next, and I'm like, oh, just hang on. We'll have a conversation before the next session. And
Technically, she's not going to do anything next. She's dead.
well, no, she's got a soul, and that's gonna. I'm still determining where I want the soul to go and what's gonna happen with her interaction with who. I have like 2 or 3 different entities I'm thinking of her interacting with in a spiritual form, necessarily with reasons that she could be sent back to her body. So, and that's yeah. If I try and take a small page out of Chris Perkins' book here, he did a lot in the afterlife, so to speak, with some of his characters, because he kills them, and then he
Then they have to find a way back.
then they either got to find a way back, or they come back, or they're not fully who they are when they come back, or so it'll be fun.
Excellent. Cool. Well, I look forward to the next session then.
I look forward to the next session too, Norm. I'm having a lot of fun here, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
That was fun. I'm getting the hang of running for you. Now, a question I have: do you want me to just make choices for Ellie, or do you want to